Hello, BET staff. It's Susan, your friendly neighborhood building technology coordinator. Today I'm here to talk to you about how to organize your Google Drive. Um, if you're like a lot of other teachers, you find that you have a very full Google Drive that is difficult to organize, and it's very difficult to find what you're looking for. So I wanted just to share a few tips. Before I get started on the organization, I will remind you that you do have a search box that will search your drive. And so if you have an idea of what you're looking for, that is one way to look for a specific document. And then the other thing you can do within your drive is organize by creating folders. I think creating folders is probably your number one best idea as far as organization for your drive. You can see I already have several folders that have been created. I do have a few docs that haven't been placed into a folder yet. I can show you how to create those folders. It's very simple. You just click over here on New and Folder, and then we name the folder. I'm going to go ahead and call this one STEM Night and create. So that folder is now up here. You'll see that all of my folders are in alphabetical order, and that is the default. It's just going to automatically put them in alphabetical order for you. And then in order to add any kind of document to a folder, extremely simple, you just have to drag and drop, and it goes right in there. Okay. Folders just help to categorize your information, makes it a little bit easier. You'll notice some of my folders are also color-coded. So if you are a visual person, this is another idea for you. You can even do your color coding so that folders within a folder are maybe similar colors. For example, in my library lessons folder, I have other folders, and they are by grade level, and then within each folder are library lessons for each grade, although I haven't got much in there right now. You can see my breadcrumb trail 4th grade library lessons in my drive. So you can create folders within folders to help with your organization. Okay, you'll see I don't have a huge amount of docs here in my drive. So you might think I'm extremely organized, but watch what happens if I click on Shared with Me. Right now I'm in my drive. Clicking on Shared with Me, you now see doc after doc after doc. This is much, much longer, much more disorganized. So what I can do here, for one thing, I can go through and just delete things I don't need anymore, but also I can move these docs over into my drive, and then once I've moved them to my drive, I can go ahead and get them organized into my folders. So let's go ahead and choose something here that I can easily stick into a folder. Here we go. Let's do technology troubleshooting for BPS librarians. Okay, so this is something that the librarians have created. So in order to move it into my drive, I just select it, and then all I have to do is click on this icon. The kind of triangle, that's just the icon for Google Drive, and then the plus means you're adding it. So I click on that to add to my drive. And now when I go into my drive, here's technology troubleshooting. And then I can choose, oh, I'm seeing I have, oh, never mind. Okay, I thought that said library plans. I will probably just go ahead and move that right into my library lessons. All right. and now it's more organized than if I had just left it in the shared with me. My shared with me is just full of docs, and so this is the perfect example of the overwhelming amount of docs you can end up with because of people sharing different things with you. So you can move them into your drive, and then after you get them into your drive, then you can come over and I right click and remove. And then by doing that, I can end up really clearing out my shared with me file. Okay, another quick little tip has to do with your naming conventions. It might help you to organize if, as you are naming, you put, for example, the date first before the name of every doc, and then you'll have maybe an easier way to locate those. To rename, it's pretty easy again. You just right click and click on rename, and then you can name it whatever you want to. You could also put a number in front of everything, and then you would have all of your docs in order by number if that's something that you think would help you. I feel that just the alphabetical order of folders is what works best for me, so that's the way I've set mine up. But the nice thing about my drive is it's my drive, and your drive is your drive, and you can do whatever works best for you. The last thing that you can do that might help you, especially if you just have a few things that you want to be able to find quickly, is much like your Gmail, you can star. And so if you right click, you can add a star. Okay, and then you can click on your start over here, and then just those things will show up. Now if you star a whole bunch of things, that might not help you very much, but if you make sure that you're only starring the things that you really know you're going to need to be able to find quickly, then just clicking on starred will get you right to it real quick. So I'm hoping that those tips are helpful for organizing your Google Drive. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I would be happy to help you out in any way that I can. Thanks, guys.